Hey, it's yayforyarn, and today I'm going to be unboxing the April 2019 KnitCrate. So my KnitCrate just came in the mail, and I'm super excited to see what is in here because as we've had a lot of times since I've been getting it, you get, there's more than one possible colorway that you can get in your crate, so I can't wait to see which color I got. Alright, here we go. And it's red. So this is actually a really pretty red. It's not like a super strong red, it's more of like a softer red, kind of like a little bit faded red. So this is Audine Wools by KnitCrate. Oh, and it's super squishy. The base is called DK, and this color is called Ladybug. So it's 85% merino, 15% cashmere. Oh yes, I always love it when they give us yarns that have cashmere in them, because by the time I usually get around to making something with it, it's usually at least a few weeks, if not more, and so then I can leave it sitting on my desk, and then I can just, sit and squeeze it whenever I want, because the cashmere yarns are so soft and so squishy, and it's just one of those things that you just want to keep petting and touching and squeezing. So each skein has 302 yards, and it's DK weight. So we get 2 skeins of this. This is so soft. And then here is the pattern book for this month. So these are, I think all of these are the different yarns that are available for this month's crates. So here is this red yarn that I got called Ladybug, and this mentions the Ravelry group where you can kind of make along with all of the other members. So the theme is entomology, which is the study of insects, so I think that's pretty fitting for spring. And here is the Ladybug that this colorway is inspired by, and this other colorway is like a minty bluish, bluish mint green, and it is inspired by whatever this kind of bug is. I think it's called, it's called the tobacco hornworm. Never heard of it, but it's very pretty color, and they use that color in the other colorway of yarn you can get for membership. So if you don't get the red, then you'll get the bluish mint green. And then I guess this is the sock yarn for the sock crate, inspired by a shield bug. And these are some of the colorways that you can get in the pop-up shop. So basically this means that members have access to be able to purchase these extra colorways that are like the artisan colors. So here is the crochet pattern. It looks like kind of a small wrap or maybe a large scarf, and it's called Chrysalis. It has some nice, relatively simple looking crochet lace. And here is a different photo of that same pattern in this bluish mint green yarn. And then here is the knitting pattern. This is a triangle shawl, and it looks like it has some maybe leaf inspired lace designs and some garter stitch. That is very pretty too. That's called Canopy. And here is the sock pattern for this month. It's called Undergrass, and it has some interesting like leaf shape designs in it. I'm guessing they're drop stitches, but I'm not totally sure. They look kind of like drop stitches. And I think the pattern uses the multiple color sections in the skein of yarn to make these multiple color socks with the sock yarn that's included in the sock crate. So here's a little bit about the designers, and these are the pop-up shop designs. So these two patterns are included basically in your KnitCrate membership, but they are downloadable only. And these patterns are designed for some of the artisan yarns that you can get in the pop-up shop. And these are both, this one looks like an infinity scarf, and this one is kind of more of a shawl. And then here is the pop-up, one of the pop-up shop yarns that is available. And so basically what happens is you get all of the basic, you know, the one knit pattern, the one crochet pattern, and the one sock pattern in the book, but you can also download this book as an ebook, and you can download those extra 2 bonus patterns from the artisan yarns. And for me, I usually just kind of file them away until I find just the right yarn if I want to end up making those. And so you get, we're basically getting 5 patterns this month in our KnitCrate subscription. So by the time you buy 5 patterns, if you were to go on Ravelry and buy those 5 patterns, that already equals either the cost of the KnitCrate or pretty close to the cost of the KnitCrate. So the price of the crate is $25, which is basically you're either buying the yarn and getting 5 free patterns, or you're buying 5 patterns and getting the free yarn, however you want to look at it. But the patterns included are worth almost as much, if not as much, as the crate. So I think that's an awesome deal that they're giving us bonus patterns in here now. And then here is the theme for May, called Farmer's Market, and all of these are really bright, so I can't wait to see what the colors are going to be like for next month. I would love to see one of these orange colors, or maybe this pink right here, or the really bright green. Those are really cool. So I can't wait to see what we're getting next month, because these are more my colors. I like bright, saturated, happy colors, and this is it. So I am super happy with my crate this month. I may not actually get around to making either one of the patterns right now. I don't know if I will or if I won't, but I will definitely file those patterns away. If I do want to use them, I might, you know, as usual, I might make one of the patterns in the book, or I might just decide to design something myself with this yarn. I don't know yet, but we will see. And I am thrilled with the yarn. All the patterns in there are super pretty and very high quality patterns. So I am definitely happy with my subscription this month, because the yarn itself is so squishy, and then we get all those patterns to go with it. So yes, I am definitely satisfied with what I got in my KnitCrate this month. I love this color. It's kind of like a faded red, like a slightly faded red. I know it'll look different in different lighting, but in my white, I have like a pure white lighting in here for filming, and this is kind of more of a faded, softer red instead of one of those reds that's like really punchy. It has a lot of saturation to it, and while I really like bright saturated reds, this is also beautiful as far as, you know, being red but not so overwhelmingly red. So it's more of a neutral red, I guess. It's softer and a little bit more delicate and not quite so powerful and saturated. So thanks so much to KnitCrate for sending me this crate to review. I am super happy with it. If you want to get your own KnitCrate membership, then you can click the link in the description box below and use the code yayforyarn20 for 20% off of your first crate. And I should also mention, because some people ask me about this sometimes, they say, oh, well, I'm in another country. I wish I could get this, but I can't because I'm in some other country that's, far away from the United States. Well, that's okay, because every KnitCrate includes worldwide shipping in the price, so you do not have to pay any extra for shipping. It's just the price of the crate, which is $24.99, and that will ship anywhere in the world at no extra cost. So even if you're in another country, you can still get the KnitCrate, and it will not cost you any extra to get it shipped to wherever you live. So it's already a great deal. By the time you bought this yarn elsewhere, if you bought a yarn like this, of this quality with the cashmere in it and etc., they're always hand dyed. If you bought yarn like this, chances are it would cost you more than $24.99 for these 2 skeins. But you're getting 2 skeins for $24.99 plus all those extra patterns, which are either almost worth $24.99 collectively, or they are worth $24.99, because a lot of times patterns like that retail for about $5 a piece. So the crate is always a great deal, but when you have a coupon like the yayforyarn20 that I mentioned a minute ago, then you can get an extra 20% off of your first crate, and that just makes it even better. Makes it even a better deal, and I think it's a great way to try new yarns that you might not have normally picked, because most of the yarns that I've gotten in my KnitCrate, I've had it for almost a year now, and most of the yarns that I have received are things that I wouldn't have necessarily picked out myself, but I have loved every one of them, especially the bright colors like this. But I have even really loved some of the neutrals and softer earth tone type colors that I've got, even though those are not colors that I would normally go for if I were picking it out myself. So I love getting to try all these different kinds of yarns. I've always been happy with everything I have received in my subscription, and I really think this is a great option for anybody who likes to try new yarns, but especially if you're not sure, what type of yarn you want or what kind of pattern to pick out to go with it, because they pick out patterns to go with it for you. So every month is a surprise. Every month we get something different, and I think it's just a really fun way to try new yarns and new patterns and kind of expand your color palette and your yarn types that you would normally use, because there have been a lot of yarns in here that, like I said, I would have not normally bought, but I've loved them, and I'm not the least bit sorry that I've tried all these different yarns that I wouldn't have thought that I would have liked, but I have liked all of them very, very well. So I cannot wait to make something from this yarn, and I hope you decide to give a KnitCrate a try, and be sure to use the coupon to get 20% off of your first crate. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you've ever tried a KnitCrate subscription in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe, making sure you click the little bell next to the subscribe button to be notified of new videos. Thanks for watching.